What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Finn Aiden, Finn Dietz. I'm here. Welcome to the first week of Finn's Gallery here on YouTube. Finn's Gallery has been something I've done for a while on Instagram, make it like a slideshow of different images and stuff that I have collected in my backlog. But now I'm bringing it to the video format, and I'm excited for this new revamp of kind of my content and stuff. So, for those of you who have never seen it, it is going through my backlog. I have collected a ton of photos, like over 1.5 thousand photos, that I've never posted, that I've shot, put a lot of time into, just as much as my other photos, but just didn't. I never really got around to it. I never really got to the point where I'm like, I want to post these over the new stuff I was working on. And when I shoot so efficiently and I shoot so fast that I would get to a point where I would just be shooting so much I couldn't keep up, even if I posted every day, which I try to do. So we're going to be going through a selection of photos today. 10-ish, maybe more, maybe less. A bunch of them are Minimate related. So we're going to be going over all those. And let's get started with the first photo. As you see right here, we got Captain America. He is shooting a bullet of some kind. You can see it right here. And then you see I did some fog in the background around him. And then also what I did, so I have the bottom of this that looks like grass is turf. It is turf. And I'll show you guys some variants of it right here. Here's one. There's one. There's one with terrible lighting before I did any type of effect. And so that one's kind of rough. And then here's one black and white, pretty rough as well. These are all rough, to be honest with you. But basically what I did to get this is I have a portable steamer that you hold with your hand, and you it like has water in it, and you like spray it, and it's kind of like atmosphere aerosol, but it's much cheaper because I'm poor. And so I did that in the background. Things I would change though, one of the things that kind of, I don't know, is the lighting is whatever. Like this is way too hot. Like this is way too bright. And then also the cutout, if you can see over here, on the blast effect is white on the edges and it looks kind of terrible. But I actually kind of like the photo. I like the vibe. I said I used turf, which is like fake grass on the ground. And if you can see over here on the bottom right corner, there's some bokeh, which I really like. Try to get as much bokeh in my photos as I can because I think it looks so good, which is why I have such shallow depth of field. And if you see on this variant right here, you see this bokeh in the front, and up on the top right and the side left and bottom left that is actually fake bokeh that I made. So you can go into Photoshop and I can do a tutorial for this sometime. If this is something you guys are interested in, drop it in the comments and I'll do it. You can make artificial bokeh by taking an image and like blurring it and using the screen to like reduce the black in the image so it'll like just show up as like fake dots, and you can like overlay that with a low opacity over a photo to get some extra bokeh. Not really the ACBA way, but it's fun and it's pretty cool. So that's that shot. The next one is a lot quicker than that one, is this Moon Knight shot. So here's him he's standing on top of this building, and the light is way too hot on this building. As you can see right here on the front, it's like glaring off the Lego building. And this is a Lego building. This is the modular. And then the background is like a little bit blown out, which is normally is fine. If I wanted to have this bright blue for Moon Knight, it would be cool. But the problem is, Moon Knight, when you picture Moon Knight, you don't picture a giant bright blue sky. Like, this would be good for like Spider-Man or Superman. Not Moon Knight, bro. Moon Knight is like a night, you know what I mean? He's a nighttime character. That is like his bag. And so it doesn't really fit the character. And then the lighting's a little too hot. I'm not really a fan. I did some I did a black and white variant. Not really a fan with there. I did some different lighting, some different coloring. Not the greatest. But this is a pullback. I like it, but like I said, so many other better shots that these are just not worth posting at this point. Moving on. Really simple Wolverine shot right here. We got Wolverine and Cyclops. I actually really love this Wolverine Minimate. You can see this is, I think, before I got my macro, so I was surprised at the amount of depth I could get with this. It's a Lego base. He's in front of some buildings. It's fine. It's kind of washed out. I hate his glare on the left side of his mask. Cyclops is a little bit too blurred. There's not enough X-Men. Overall, whatever. Not bad. And then over here's another one just like that with Iron Spider, which I was trying to hide the stand to be clever by putting this like light post here. It doesn't look great, to be honest with you. It's cool, though. I really like this Minimate. I love the Mysterio. The background is not hot enough, but the problem is if I made the background too hot, it would blend into right here and like in the foreground with the light pole Mysterio, and it would just look way too washed out and white. And Honestly, I should have just gone with like a darker color backdrop. But lighting these scenes was really hard because I would have all of these Lego buildings, and then I'd have to put a backdrop all the way behind them, and then a light on that backdrop. So it was like a lot of space needed for that. Next shot is a similar type shot where it's a Green Goblin also in the air. He's flying on his glider, which I love this figure. And this glider piece is really great with the see-through orange. And I thought the lighting was fine. Not my greatest work, to be honest with you. Like I said, these are all just eh. The lighting on the upper right eye, I'm not a fan of. Like right here, if you can see, if my mouse is clicking, I hope so. It's a little too hot for his eye. Oops. And then it's fine on the glider. I wish I would have lit up the flame a little bit more on the bottom. Overall, just kind of average. Nothing really special about that one. This one, I hate. I hate this photo. It's so bad. It's Norman Osborn, this little kit bash I did in this doorway, kind of being like, Spider-Man, like what the heck? But the lighting, I think, on the inside is actually fine. I actually probably would light it like this again, how it is on the windows. I don't like how it looks on his face, where it's like kind of an ugly glare, kind of annoying, like not really great. And then also, there's no real point to this photo. Like nothing's really happening. There's not even cool looking. Like it's just kind of him just standing there like, Arr. So I was like, why did I even take this? But I only took like a few variants of it. Like it was a very quick one and done shot. Nothing too crazy about that one. Next one. I actually really like this photo. This is Peter Parker in his apartment with a Hunter x Hunter poster up above him. Let's go. Greatest anime ever. You got like some random like junk, like his camera on the table. I actually really do like this photo. This would be a photo that I would post. The lighting on his face is not the greatest thing in the world. It's kind of hard to light inside these like little Lego apartment thingies. But I really like up here on the top where the light, like the sunlight is peeking in through the blinds. Like I really like that. You see like how it's hitting the poster. Love that type of lighting. But overall, not terrible. This, out of all the photos here, this would probably be the one that I would post outside of this. So I'll probably make it the cover for this week's Finn's Gallery. 2 more shots, guys. Actually 3 more. Oh, 4 more. Holy crap. I need to speed this up. Here's another one of Green Goblin in front of this city. This was all from this one little era where I shot in front of the city a lot. With mini-mates, especially. I don't shoot mini-mates that much. But as you can see here, like, the light is hitting the buildings too weird in the doorway. The lighting on Green Goblin, I think, is actually pretty perfect. Like, it's just, like, poppy, like, comic-booky lighting. And then you have Spider-Man as well. Fine lighting. The glider effect needs some work. So it's just average. Moving on, we have this shot of Punisher, which I think actually got its own entry in Finn's Gallery before, so I'll blaze through it quickly. I actually like this photo. I love how the backdrop is lit, and then the fog on the bottom, I used polyfill on the bottom to give it this like extra foggy effect, and then I used my portable steamer in the background to like make it look really hazy. I think it's cool. A little too empty. If I could go back and do it now, which I actually might redo this, but I would have like kind of like more building type things, kind of like going back into like the background. So it kind of like leads you to Punisher, because right now it's just kind of like stuff, Punisher, nothing in between. It looks kind of shoddy. So I don't really know, but I think the lighting on Punisher is really good. If I could though, I'd probably go with a different backdrop color, because this is not really red, it's like pink, and I don't know, it doesn't really fit Punisher for me. 2 more shots. I don't remember if I ever posted this, but honestly guys, we're going by the seat of my pants right now. I hope I did. If not, that's fine. Here we have this Master Chief shot that I did. So I actually used Photoshop on the background, which is something I never do. I rarely ever do it. But I did it for this one because I wanted to get some extra trees, and I didn't have enough. I didn't own enough. And I didn't have money to buy them. So this is what it looked like originally, is one of the variants. Here's another variant where it's like a different angle. But basically it was these 2 trees, this rock, and this babbling brook, which I actually really like how the river turned out. I used plastic wrap on the ground, and then I sprayed it a bunch with water to make it have like this bokeh right here in the front. And then I went into Photoshop, added in some Photoshop clouds, and added in some Photoshop trees in the background, which look okay, because if you can see right here, like this outline is kind of distracting on top of the trees. But overall, I actually really love this shot. I was gonna post it, I just never got around to it, and instead of it just rotting in my backlog to like forever, I'll just talk about it now. I like the lighting hitting Master Chief on the back. I'm a big fan of that. But overall, it's just kind of it was okay. The whole point of this too, this Finn's Gallery thing, is where it's like I took this shot like almost a year ago now, and even in a year, I feel like I've gotten so much better. Like I feel like I could do this shot way better now, and so I was like, I want to make sure that I talk about it while it's still relatively fresh, before I like get it. Not that I get too good, but you know what I mean. Like before I get even better, so it would look even worse. Last shot, guys, of the week. we have this Avenger shot. I'm actually a fan of this shot. I think the lighting is kind of average, to be honest with you, and I think the lineup is kind of weird. But this is basically a lot of my Mini-Mate Avengers figures. These are just the 2 variants right here. But I love this Captain America Mini-Mate. Love it. I'm a big fan of a lot of Mini-Mates, like that Hawkeye is one of my favorites. Same with that Spider-Man. The other ones are cool. I think this lighting back here by She-Hulk is my main issue with the shot. Like, it's too shadowy. There's also not enough going on in the background, and I don't really love the tones. It's too pink. I think I was experimenting with pinker tones more at that time, and it was just kind of like too blue and pink, and not enough greens and yellows and reds in there. Just too pink. I do not like the pink look. The posing is fine. I think I'd probably actually go with this one with a little bit more slanted thing. But then you have on top of this pillar up here, it's like, I don't know, looks kind of trashy. And then over here you have the Lego stuff, and She-Hulk's just in the corner doing whatever. Overall, just an average shot. Yeah, guys, this has been Finn's Gallery Week 19. Week 1 if we're counting just videos, but Week 19 in the grand scheme of things, I believe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to have one of these every Monday, every week from now on. They're coming, guys. If you have any suggestions of stuff you would like to see on this channel or on my Instagram page, follow me at FinnAiden. As always, links in the description. Listen to my podcast, Shutterbugs Podcast, on iTunes and Spotify. If there's anything you guys would like to see, any types of figure lines you guys would like me to shoot more of, anything that I've shot in the past that you'd like me to cover, like if you really like my Lego stuff and you'd say, hey, I would love to see a Finn's Gallery, a lot of your unused Lego shots, drop that in the comments and I will definitely add it to one of these week's videos. So yeah, I really appreciate the love and support, guys. Keep taking toy pics, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.